If you're planning to bring your family with you to the Netherlands on a student visa, I am excited to guide you through that decision-making process as we discuss the pros and cons of bringing your family to the Netherlands while on student visa. In a previous video, I talked about why it is a bad idea to bring your family with you when coming to the Netherlands on a student visa. And since making that video, I've received quite a couple of private messages asking me to provide more information on the pros and cons of bringing your family along when coming to the Netherlands on a student visa. So, if you are torn between the idea of coming to the Netherlands with your family on a student visa or leaving them behind in your home country, this video is for you. Stick around as we discuss the benefits and the challenges of coming together with your family to the Netherlands on a student visa. We will also be discussing tips to make the decision easier for you should you decide to come with your family to the Netherlands. First, we begin on the bright side of things, the benefits of coming together with your family on a student visa to the Netherlands. Number one benefit is strong family bond. Traveling to a new country, such as the Netherlands, it's a big adventure. And having your family on your side makes it a memorable experience. It also comes with its fair challenges. And when you as a family face these challenges together, weather the storm together, it creates stronger bond and understanding of the new environment. So that is one of the benefits of coming to the Netherlands together with your family. Number two is integrating into the new culture. It will be indeed an exciting experience for your family as a unit to experience the Dutch culture together. Instead of sending them pictures and explaining to them what you're seeing and where you're visiting, it is more interesting if you are having this experience together as a family. You explore the culture together, the food, the people, the environment, and this boosts your growth and that of your family members. Number three is it helps you learn the language faster. When you move to the Netherlands, you'll be confronted with a new language. That is the Dutch language. And if you come to the Netherlands with your family, especially if you have school-aged children, learning the language becomes faster for you because together as a family, you'll be introduced to this new language. The kids will have to learn it and go to school in this new language. You get to learn the language together as a family, and it makes it faster because you'll be sharing your experiences, you will also be sharing your challenges, and you will even be practicing with each other. It makes it really, really faster. Number four benefit of coming together with your family on a student visa is emotional support. Life abroad can be harsh, cold, and lonely. But if you have your family with you, you have an immediate circle that you are very comfortable with, that you are emotionally connected to. It is very difficult to make friends in the Netherlands. So your family provides you that immediate support, and you can share your experiences, your challenges, your battles, and your concerns. You can experience all of this together, and your family's presence provides you that emotional support. And even at a time when it is very difficult for you, when it is too overwhelming for you, you think of your family and you get encouraged and you get motivated to keep pushing and keep at it. So that is one of the benefits of coming alongside your family on a student visa. The fifth benefit of coming to the Netherlands with your family is to discover and explore the whole of Europe together. A visa to the Netherlands grants you access to 27 countries in Europe. So with your family together, you can explore the different cultures in and around Europe. You can travel to France, Belgium, Spain, Italy, Germany. Sharing these memories and experiences together as a family is very, very remarkable, and it leaves lasting memories. This summer, my family and I, we were in a very quiet suburb in Paris, and I really found it very relaxing and so refreshing to have that ability to leave the Netherlands today and I'm in another country the same day, and I have as many options as possible without any visa restriction. So yes, these are some of the things that you will benefit together as with your family when you come to the Netherlands on a student visa. Now let's shift our attention to the difficult part of this discussion, the other side, the challenges of coming to the Netherlands with your family while on a student visa. But while we get into that, please consider subscribing to my channel and turn on the notification bells so that you don't miss out on future content. Thank you. The first challenge of coming to the Netherlands with your family on a student visa is financial consideration. Studying abroad is a huge investment and comes with a lot of financial responsibility. To start with, the Dutch Immigration Service requires that you have sufficient funds in your bank account to take care of your family for a whole year, and you have to show evidence of this through a bank statement in your own name before you can get visa approval to travel with your family. The current amount is around 2,000 euros, and this gives you 24,000 a year. This amount you need to show in your bank statement before you can get visa approval. But if you're coming alone, you only need to show about 50% of that. Bear in mind that this amount is in addition to your school fees. When you add your school fees to it, the amount adds up very significantly and can be a major source of stress on your family dynamics. So you want to think really hard in making this decision. Number 2 challenge when it comes to bringing your family to the Netherlands on a student visa is finding accommodation. Finding accommodation in the Netherlands can be a very strenuous exercise. It's even worse if you are a student. There is general housing crisis in the Netherlands. So it costs a lot of time, energy, and money to find a roof over your head. If you are alone, it's easier to find shared apartments where you just take a room in a shared apartment, or student accommodation which your school might be able to help you with. But the moment you have a family, you are then required to find a suitable accommodation for a family. You can take your family to a shared apartment. The other occupants of the apartment will not allow it. The landlord will not allow it. So you then have to find a suitable accommodation, at least a self-contained or 2-bedroom apartment. This can be difficult to get as a student because you don't have a job to prove to them that you can pay their rent. Number 2, you may not have a guarantor in the Netherlands that can guarantee you. Number 3, you might be required to deposit 2 to 3 months of rent as a deposit in lieu of a job or a guarantor. So when you add all of this together, you might find yourself spending 2, 3, 4 months stranded without accommodation. This can easily affect your academics because you're expected to resume school as soon as you arrive. If you're spending that time stranded because there is no roof over your head and that of your family, the effect can be very negative. So this is one important factor to seriously think through in this decision process. The number 1 challenge you get to face is child care costs. Children in the Netherlands from the age of 4 until high school go to school free. However, if you have kids that are under 4 years old and you want to put them in a daycare, you have to pay for this out of pocket. Now, it's not compulsory for them to go to daycare, but it is advised because the daycare prepare them for the primary school, especially when they are coming from outside of the Netherlands. They need to learn the language, they need to learn how to relate with other children, they need to start mixing up with the other cultures within the Netherlands. So a daycare becomes important for your kids, but this will come at a cost out of pocket. It is usually between 8 euros per hour and 12 euros per hour, depending on the location, depending on how many days a week you take your kids to the daycare. If both parents are working, the government sometimes reimburse you the child care costs. Other than that, you would have to pay out of pocket. It's also important to note that there is usually a long waiting list for the daycare placements. So you want to put that into consideration and enroll as quickly as possible so that your child can be on the waiting list and be able to get a placement as soon as possible. Number 4 challenge of coming with your family to the Netherlands on student visa is work restriction for your spouse. The visa condition for your accompanying spouse on a student visa does not permit him or her to work. This is something that is very very important to consider. The immigration service does not give authority to your partner to work when he or she is accompanying you on a student visa. If you are on a work visa, he or she can work. If you are on a search year visa, he or she can work. But on a student visa, he or she is not permitted to work. This means he cannot work to financially support you, and you want to think through this in making your decision. The fifth challenge is social and cultural shocks. Moving to a new country, though exciting, comes with it the need for significant life adjustment. Family, parenting, culture, food, language, weather, the list goes on. Almost everything is different from what you are used to in your home country. For some people, adjusting to these changes can be very, very difficult. And when you have to juggle this with academic workload, looking for part-time job to support yourself financially, thinking of your visa renewal and all of that, the stress can get so hard that it can strain your relationship. So this is something you really want to think about and consider in this decision process. Now we look into the tips to help you navigate these challenges. Tip number one is to plan and budget. Take your time, take a pen, take a paper, and budget. Research, gather information, and put figures on paper. Evaluate where you are, where you need to be, where are you going to gather resources, how do you plan to finance your trip, how do you plan to keep yourself afloat during study. Think through all of this and make the plan that is best for you. Tip number two is avoid coming to the Netherlands alone with children. If you must come to the Netherlands with your kids, please come with both parents. It is not a joke to think that you can come to the Netherlands as a single parent with kids on a student visa. You will be setting yourself up for failure from the start. Raising kids in the Netherlands is a whole different game from what it is in Nigeria. There are no neighbors that you're going to drop your kids with. You're not going to leave your kids in school for the teacher to watch over them while you come whenever you like. It's not just advisable. If you're going to come with your kids, come with the other parents so that at least one of the parents can look after the children while you go to school or you go to work or you navigate those things. Don't try coming to the Netherlands with your child alone. Unless that child is above the age of 12, where you can let the child alone. The child can go to school alone, stay at home alone, and things like that. Other than that, please don't come to the Netherlands alone with young children. Tip number three is to talk and discuss. You need to really talk about this with your family. Discuss all of these details. Analyze the challenges. Analyze the benefits. Look at it critically. What are the challenges of leaving your family back in your home country while you come to the Netherlands? I mean, there are challenges both ways. If you decide to leave them in your home country and come to the Netherlands, that comes with its own challenges. And if you decide to bring them to the Netherlands, that also comes with its own challenges. Evaluate these challenges. Talk about them. Make research. Ask questions. Discuss your fears, your concerns openly with each other, and then make the decision that is best for your family. In my own case, I came to the Netherlands alone for 18 months master's program, and my husband stayed with my kids. Thankfully, I had my mother-in-law and I had my mom who were able to support my husband with 3 kids who were between 3 and 10 years at the time. I only applied for my family after I finished my school and got a job, and they have been with me now for going to 3 years here in the Netherlands. I won't say that that was an easy process. It was an extremely difficult moment of my life. So leaving your family behind is challenging. Also bringing them to the Netherlands is challenging. Decide the one that works for you the most. If money is not a problem, if money is not a factor here, then by all means, come together to the Netherlands, support one another, put hands together to forge a future for yourself. But whatever you choose, studying in the Netherlands is a very good opportunity, and it opens doors for growth, for education, for adventure, for memorable experience. All you just need to do is to plan ahead and make the best decision for yourself. Now, talking about making your journey to the Netherlands enjoyable. click the notification bell because next week I'll be discussing on the cost of living in the Netherlands for a family. So hit the notification bell to learn more about the real cost of living in the Netherlands as a family. Getting admission to the Netherlands is one part of the equation. To find out about working in the Netherlands and the companies offering visa sponsorship jobs, click the video on the screen and I'll see you there.